Welcome to my channel Competitive Exam Warriors. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also don't forget to hit the bell button to stay updated to my latest notification. To my channel Competitive Exam Warriors, and today let's begin with another important lesson of September Current Affairs. And today it will be September Current Affairs Part 1, and as usual it will be presented by me, the educator Shovik Maitra. Let's proceed further and let's have a look at measurement section. If you are a new viewer, you can have a look at all these things, otherwise you can definitely skip it. But before proceeding further, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell button to stay updated to my latest notifications. Let's move forward. Okay, and as you can see, you can join my Telegram channel Competitive Exam Warriors if you want to get hold of the PDFs of all the lessons I've done so far, and also it will be all of the lessons that I'll doing in my next lessons. That means you will be getting all the PDFs. Okay, and this particular thing is important for bank, SSC, railways and insurance too. So let's proceed further and let's go straight to today's lesson. First one, that is, let's concentrate on it because I'm now beginning the lesson. Department of Fertilizers observes Swachh Pakhwada from 1st to 15th of September 2020. Union Department of Fertilizers is observing Swachhta Pakhwada, as you can see over here. Swachhta Pakhwada from 1st to 15th of September 2020. Now, Union Department of Fertilizers is observing Swachhta Pakhwada, from which date that's important, that's from 1st to 15th of September 2020, as you can see over here clearly. Now, all public sector units as well as other organizations under the department also participating in this particular Swachhta Abhiyan. Swachhta Pakhwada has become more relevant in the year 2020 in view of this current outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic, that is SARS-CoV-2. The initiative was launched to bring a fortnight of intense focus on the issues as well as practices of Swachhta, that is cleanliness, by engaging Government of India ministries or departments in their jurisdictions. The ministry is observing Swachhta Pakhwada monitored closely with the help of online monitoring system of Swachhta Samiksha. Static news like Union Minister of Chemicals and Fertilizers, Mr. D.V. Sadanand Gowda, if you know his constituency, you are welcome to leave it in the comment section. Otherwise, I have already done a lesson regarding Cabinet Minister's portfolio and constituency. I will leave its link in the description box. Okay. Now let's proceed further to the next one. That is regarding Rajiv Kumar takes charge as new Election Commissioner of India. Very important news because related to appointment section. Like Rajiv Kumar has taken the charge as new Election Commissioner of India. He has joined the Election Commission of India with Chief Election Commissioner. That's also important name. You must remember that is Sri Sunil Arora. As another one Election Commission important, that is Sri Sushil Chandra. Now let's know something about this important personality, that is Rajiv Kumar. He is a 1984 batch IAS officer with more than 36 years of service in Government of India, and he has a very rich work experience across various sectors, that is social sector, environment, forest, human resources, finance and banking sector. Now retired in February 2020 as Finance Secretary BGOI and later on served as the Chairman of Public Enterprise Selection Board from April 2020 to 31st August 2020. Now let's move forward to the next news, that is Indian economy contracted by, this is really alarming. In fact, because of this reason, unemployment has risen too much also, because GDP growth is already not there and now we are seeing a phase of GDP contraction. So Indian economy contracted by 23.9% in quarter 1 of 2021. Now the estimates of GDP for the first quarter, that is from April to June, quarters are measured in 3 months and our financial year starts from 1st of April and ends next year 31st March. So April to June is the first quarter 2021 and it has been released by the NSO, that is National Statistics Office, NSO, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, NSO, that is National Statistical Survey Office, which has in fact released today that Kerala has topped the index in the matter of literacy again, 96.42% I think, and Andhra Pradesh has come first from the bottom, that is 66.4% literacy rate. Now NSI has released the GDP estimates of both constant 2011 to 2012 and current prices. According to latest release, the GDP, that is you can see over here, prices in quarter 1 2021 is estimated at rupees 26.90 lakh crores. If you are giving a finance exam like banking sector is concerned, these types of figures are equally important. Please try to mug up them. This value was rupees 35.35 lakh crore in quarter 1 2020. Hence, the Indian economy has experienced a contraction of 23.9% as compared to 5.2% growth in quarter 1 2019-20. So in fact, in comparison to growth, it observes a contraction that to by 23.9% humongous figure. While the GDP at current price in the year 2021 is estimated at rupees 38.08 lakh crore, this value was rupees 49.18 lakh crore in Q1 2020. Since you can see here is a contraction of 22.6% as compared to 8.1% growth in Q1 of 2019-20. Let's move forward to the next one, and it's important international news where Japan, as usual, a friendly neighboring country, is helping us. Japan commits ODA of rupees 3,500 crore to fight COVID-19 in India. The figure is extremely important. Please try to remember this figure. Now, try to remember other things like what is this ODA? This official development assistance loan of an amount of JPY 50 billion, approx, that is Japan's currency is yen. So yen of 50 billion, that's in Indian rupees is 3,500 crore from the government of Japan. Japan has committed the loan for the COVID-19 crisis emergency support in order to fight this particular pandemic. The ODA loan will obviously support India's efforts in fighting this disease, and in fact it will assist the country to prepare the health infrastructure further because it's already crumbling under the heavy weight. In fact, you must be knowing that infection is rising at a steady rate. In fact, it's accelerating, I think. Last day it was 90,000 plus. I don't know what it has gone today. So it's already crumbling. So Japan is assisting it further. It will also increase the resilience of India's health systems against other infectious diseases, so to say. Now, Japanese government has also committed a grant assistance amount of Japanese yen, that is 1 billion, approx rupees 70 crore, for offering medical equipment to bolster the public health and medical system in India. Now, Japan's currency is yen, as already said. Japan's PM Shinzo Abe recently said that he will be giving retirement early because I think some health issues, and Japan's capital is Tokyo. Now, moving forward to the next important news, that is India's important news. The CMRI develops world's largest solar tree. So that's really important one. World's largest solar tree has been developed by the CMRI. The solar tree has been installed at the residential colony of CMRI in Durgapur, West Bengal. The solar tree has the annual capacity to generate 12,000 to 14,000 units of clean and green power, while its installed capacity is above 11.5 kWp. Now let's know something about the solar tree one, that is this one, that is the solar tree has been designed in such a way that ensures maximum exposure of each solar PV panel to sunlight. A single solar tree comprises of 35 solar PV panels, each having capacity of 330 WP each. Now the energy generation data of the tree can be monitored either real time or obviously on daily basis. The tree will also ensure minimum shadow area, which will make it available for usage in agricultural activities like high capacity pumps, e-tractors and e-powered tillers. These are applications which you must remember. Now let's proceed further and come to next one. Like this is related to obituary section. Obituary based news are equally important, just like appointment based news. Like Congress MP Harikrishnan Vasantakumar passes away. So Congress Member of Parliament Mr. Harikrishnan Vasantakumar passed away due to COVID-19. So there is sad news. Many important personalities, VIPs, are succumbing to this COVID-19 disease. He was elected as a Member of Parliament of 70th Lok Sabha from Kanyakumari constituency. That's important. Constituency already said are equally important. Please try to remember them. Okay, this Kanyakumari constituency from where he belonged, MP, very important. Tamil Nadu in 2019. Okay, now next, like Vasant Kumar was the founder and chairman of Vasant & Co, one of the largest retail home experience chains in Tamil Nadu. He was also the founder and managing director of Tamil satellite TV channel Vasant TV. Very, very important. Please try to remember these facts. Obviously related with this obituary based news, Congress MP Harikrishnan Vasantakumar.